first. How did it feel to finally get that first win?
Feels good. I mean, it always feels good to get the first one under your belt and, just get you off the zero thing. And always feels better, after you go out and play as good as we did and come away with a victory.
Defensively, I mean, you guys just shut them down. What did you see that you guys certainly kind of picking? What did y'all see that maybe y'all could have done better?
Well, I mean, we played really good on defense, and they only had one first down in the first half. I thought we played about as good as we can play, but be honest with you, we weren't playing an opponent like what we're about to see or what we're going to see in district. But the good news is that no matter who you're playing, you need to play at your best and play football the way it's supposed to be played, and we did that. And very proud of them. We kind of challenged them. We gave up a lot of points to Shoemaker, and we needed to play better. And they stepped up and met that challenge. We had a great week of practice, and I think that showed on Friday.
Your running game, I mean, we saw a lot of different guys kind of come out of, I wouldn't say out of the woodwork, but do a little bit better. Certainly Cameron Sarsosa, Chris Jackson. You see these guys a lot as a running backs coach.
Uh-huh.
How much are these guys improving?
Well, I mean, they've all three improved tremendously. None of them had ever played running back on a varsity level before. Ashton Hartsfield never played running back, period. And the other two were JV kids last year, and I think they've really stepped up. I challenged them during two-a-days, and we got to have a running game. We've got to take some pressure off our quarterback. We've got to be able to be balanced on offense, and they've done everything we've asked. They've worked hard. They've been here every day. They've had a great attitude. They're very attentive in practice. They're all trying to help each other. They're all trying to get better, and it's a good group. They like each other, and they're fun to coach.
After a bad loss in game one against a good team, you learned a lot about your team. You made adjustments. So after a win against a team that's not so good, what do you think? Did you learn anything really, or were there any more adjustments to make?
No, we learned a lot. I thought we tackled well, and we needed to. I thought offensively, we executed our offense, caught the ball, got upfield, did the things that we've been doing around here for a long time, and we didn't do a lot of that against Shoemaker. So, like I told you last week, we just got a young football team, and the more we play, the better we're going to get. And I thought they really stepped up and met our challenge and made a big difference, in what we look like. I think we're going to get better each week. We're going to play a great team this week, and we'll find out where some of our weaknesses are and try to work on that in the future and try to get ready for those games that matter when we play Weatherford.
And what you saw from Malachi, was this more what you expected to see from the beginning and what you expect for him for the rest of the season?
Sure, yeah. I mean, Malachi's got a lot of experience. He played 9 games last year for us and did really well and got better each week, and I think you're going to see him grow. First game of the year, none of us played very good. It wasn't on him. He threw for over 300 yards. He just had some picks. He tried to force a ball sometimes, and we're getting those things corrected, and where he doesn't have to do it all by himself. He doesn't feel like he has to do it all by himself, and the more support we get him, the better he's going to get. And thought he played tremendous. He led our football team, threw the ball extremely well, put it on the money on some deep balls, and ran the ball good. And he's a big part of what we're going to do, and we're excited about it.
It was 5 penalties compared to 18 last
right.
week, correct? So I mean, yeah, you talk about the opponent being maybe not as strong as Shoemaker, but you can look back and say, hey, at least from a discipline standpoint, they did a better job. What is that attributed to? Well, I mean, we just focused more. I think we all had some first game jitters. Like I've said in the past, it's a young football team, and there wasn't a whole lot of experience on that team. We've got some good kids like Tanner Dabbert and Malachi and Kirk Klausner and guys like that, but we don't have a lot of guys that have played. And that first game was tough because they've never done it. They go out there, it's a faster game, the speed's way different. Then you're playing a really fast team also on top of that. People were trying too hard, trying to do too much, not doing what we practiced. There was a lot of reasons for all of our mistakes, but they were all things that were correctable. Like I told you last week, all the things we did to ourselves. Stupid penalties, pre-snap penalties, fumbles and interceptions, and
we didn't have any of that this week. I think they're settling in. They're figuring it out. You know, we'll play better this week, and hopefully we play better in the fourth week. And then when Weatherford comes in here, hopefully we got a pretty good team that can compete in this district.
Coach, Tristan Lopez, you know, we see so much, hear so much about the D-line. This guy, from his position, he makes a lot of plays, certainly made some really nice plays last week. Talk about him and the evolution of his game.
Right. Well, yeah, the first game, you know, he didn't tackle well, but he knew that, you know, and he's the kind of kid that's going to get it corrected. He knew he didn't play great, and we didn't have to tell him. We didn't have to get on him or you know, get upset with him or anything. He knew it already, and he was on a, you know, he wanted to play better. He tackled really well in this game and defended well. And, you know, he's a good punt returner also, and he's a leader on this football team. He's a returning starter, and we have a lot of expectations from him, and I don't have any doubt that he's going to meet it.
This week is a big week, Cedar Park. I mean, this is kind of like Malachi Brown's baptism by fire last year. You know, what's good about this team? What are you seeing? How good is this team?
Well, they're good, man. They're real good. They got a great defensive front. They got an all-state guy back at nose guard. And, Ben Bell, he's as good a lineman as I've ever seen in high school football. He's got a big motor and goes hard and he's disruptive in the backfield, and we have got to find a way to get, you know, to block him. He plays nose guard for him, and you know, he's right in the middle of the defense, and he causes a lot of problems. We got to have a plan for him, which we feel like we do, and we've got to be able to block them up front. You know, that's where it all starts in every football game. You know, can you stop their run? Can they stop your run? Can you run on them? Can they run on you? I mean, that's what every coach starts with, and we've got to be able to do that. We've got to be able to block them up front, and you know, I think that'll open up our passing game and give us some offense. So we're excited about the challenge. Cedar Park's a great program. Coach Asbeck does a fantastic job there. They've won a state championship in 5A not too long ago, and you can see why. I mean, they're extremely well coached. Their kids play extremely hard. They remind me a lot of how our kids play. You know, they're super good kids that play extremely hard, and you can see that on film, and it's going to be a big challenge. But that's why we play them. You know, I want to play good teams. I want to play teams that show you where you got to get better, and I want to play teams that when the game's over, you're a better football team for playing them. And I think that'll be the case on Friday.
And what concerns you about their offense? I think their quarterback that's returning, he kind of came in and seized the job against you guys.
Yeah, he started against us last year for the first time, and he's a player. I mean, he's a dual threat guy. He's real hard to tackle. And he's got really good quickness, throws the ball extremely well on the run, and throws their short game really well. And they've got two really good receivers to go with him, and you know, they're real similar to what they were last year. A fast, get after you defense, and enough weapons on offense to hurt you, and the quarterback kind of makes all that go. And he's just a junior. You know, last year this was his first start as a sophomore. He played really well, and then he took the job and he ran with it. And you know, he definitely hasn't. He's just gotten better, you know, so he's going to be a big challenge for our defense too. But like I keep saying, that's exactly what we're going to see when we play our teams in district. We're going to see a team a lot like Cedar Park. You know, they've all got good quarterbacks. They all play good up front, and we've got to figure out how to handle those things.
From what we've seen, I mean, they like to throw the ball from time to time, but they are a run-first kind of team. How important is it to kind of make sure and leverage your guys and certainly get some of these guys in the secondary to tackle and do their job? Yeah,
we just got to do our job. That's basically all there is to it. You know, like we did last week. You know, just do your job. Don't try to do too much. Let the defense, you know, take care of itself. We got to make sure that we are fitting where we need to fit and tackle when we get there. You know, we're getting better at open field tackling. I thought we open field tackled against Del Rio extremely well. And we're getting better. You know, we're growing as a football team, and I think Friday we're going to grow some more. And I think we're going to go out and play well. We play well at home. I thought we had a great crowd Friday, and I know this town will get behind this team, and that's going to go a long ways in our home games.
Thanks, Coach.
Good.
Thanks.
All righty. Thank y'all.